Good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Jen from drjenmed.com. I am here live today as promised. I will give people a chance to come on. Welcome back to my show. Today, we will be talking about why women suffer burnout. So, our topic today is women and burnout. I will be on for a short period of time. We're going to get straight to the point. Yes, it's me. I am doing well. How is everybody in Facebook land and soon Instagram land? How is everybody doing? I'm doing well. I'm going to give people some time to get on. So in the meantime, I just want to say welcome back. I'll be back on. Today we're talking about burnout. And I think this is a very serious concern for women. And I'm going to get into it, giving people a few minutes to get on. So how is everybody doing? I went to a funeral today, actually. One of my classmates, he's just a year older than I am. He died. He had, and it was his funeral, and it was a very sobering moment, because at any moment your number can call. So you really do have to make the most of your life while you have life to live. Not true? All right, so why women burn out? So burnout refers to that feeling of feeling extremely tired and drained and exhausted and overwhelmed. And I find that a lot of women, anybody can experience burnout, but I find it a lot in women. And one of the things I had observed is that usually, you go to school, you get your career, you're working, etc. And then somewhere along the line, usually when the woman reaches about mid-30s, is when she starts to feel extremely tired and fatigued and burnt out. And that is what I had observed. I observed that a lot of women were developing diabetes, hypertension, panic attack, depression. The list goes on, and they always say they are so tired. Now, the challenge with that is that when a woman says to, for example, let's say she have a husband or a boyfriend or somebody, the man in her life or whatever, I'm tired, I'm mash up. They are not taken seriously. The man them look on them and say, it's all in your mind. I just threw your love, put things by your head. It is dismissed. It is often dismissed. This is why I'm just back on Facebook for restart. I'm going to be teaching more again. And I start with this topic because I want the women to know you are not delusional. You are not going crazy. It's not all in your mind. What you are feeling is real. It is real. It's a real problem. And it is a real sickness. And I would like you to invite the men that are around you, your husband, your man, your brother, your father, whoever, to listen to this video, even if they're not listening right now, but share the video with them afterwards, because some of them think it's all in your head. And that is part of the problem, because the world, society is expecting women to soldier it out. And let me tell you, woman, let me tell you, I don't care how strong and independent you say you are, there is a reason why women are burning out and crashing, literally crashing, exhausted, tired, body come down, as we would say in Jamaica. And I'm going to get into why. So most people think is, you're stressed out. You're stressed out over money. You're stressed out over your job, your children, your relationship. And yes, stress is a big part of it. Let me say that again. Stress is a big part of the burnout in women. The chronic stress, meaning the long-term stress, is the big part of it. But it is not only that. Let me say that again. Yes, the stress is a big part of it. Maybe you go to work and the boss has stressed you out, especially the woman boss them. The man boss them not somebody no, but the woman boss them, the supervisor them, who feel them need to prove a point over you and show you them have the power, them is the worst. So yes, I am not taking away from workplace stress. Especially a lot of you work maybe at a big fancy office and you know them tell you have deadlines and you have to meet these what them call it, quota, and you have to do this. Yes, there is stress. All right. Then you have to wake up early, get the children ready, go to work, come home, all of that. Yes, stress is the major cause for the burnout. But you know what is really behind the stress? I soon get to that. I soon get to what is really behind the stress. It is that women live a life they were told to live. Budoof buff. Women live a life they were told to live. And I don't say this in a wicked way neither, you know. Meaning, you were told, you know, go to school, get a good education, get a good job. And yes, all of those things are good. But did they also tell you that when you are going to be working and then you have to go come home, come cook and clean and take care of the picnic them and still, you know, try look beautiful and do everything and keep your health up? Did they tell you that that is almost impossible to do? Did anybody, young woman, did anybody really sit down and say to you, say, the rules of this world were really not designed for women? So you and I, as a woman, we have played the role. Let me give you my example. I have been the doctor in one of my roles. I have been a wife, a mother. If you were in church, maybe you are a minister or a women's leader, Sunday school teacher, or you work with Rotary or Kiwanis. You have so many hats you wear, so many roles you play, and you're doing so much for everybody. But when it comes to you now, there is nothing left for you. There is nothing left for you. That is the reason you're burning out. It is because your life is upside down. It is the chronic stress of doing too much, overworking, having to overthink, and to do all of that. The other day I was talking to a man, a very accomplished man. And you know, he was saying to me, he said, boy, one of him co-workers always reaching work late, and it's a female co-worker. And there's no excuse for reaching late. So I said to him, does she have young children? And him say, yes, but that's no excuse because, you know, you have to reach work for such and such time. You must leave out in front. And and I don't think that men get it. Men get to say, you know, I need to reach for work 9 o'clock. They just get up, them get themselves ready, and they go to work. Women, we get ourselves ready. We get the children ready. We go to work. We are think about the picnic them. We are think about what we are going to cook. And now we need to go supermarket and market and homework need to do. And Kim have a after school activity. We are thinking about all of those things, the household, plus the work, plus if it's church, plus if you're in your community. We are doing all of that. And the biggest problem I have is that we are not validated enough. We are not validated. And let me tell you, I am not a feminist. Me love my man straight. But I saw a pattern. I observed a pattern. When women hit about 35, I mean, I call it down pa any of a young woman. But certainly by 37, women's health on a whole starts to go down. You observe it. Me observe it. And I started to wonder why. Whether them work in medicine, them work as a nurse, them work in banking, them is a teacher. The teacher, them have it worse. And the thing is that they cannot put it in words. They come and talk to you and say, Doc, I just tired. I take vitamin. It's iron I need. It's B complex I need. I just feel so drained. And then I noticing I having panic attack. And nobody is there to help the woman. Nobody is there with any solution. Them just gonna tell you, tough it out, be a soldier, be strong and independent. And, look at me. Well, I am here today to tell you, woman, it's not all in your mind. You are driving yourself to an early grave and into sickness. I am telling you, Dr. Jen from Ochi, I am telling you that you are not delusional. The other people, they just not understand what me I say. Because people still seem to think sickness is only physical. And what I've tried to say over the years that I've been teaching on Facebook is that you cannot separate your mind from your body, from your spirit. The human is all one. So we have the chronic stress. Then because you work so hard and do so much things, the lack of sleep, lack of quality sleep. You have some women who, even if them sleep, they're not getting good quality sleep. So either them going to bed too late because you have to iron, you have to do this, prepare for work, help the pitney them with the homework, etc., etc. Right? Who know? Sometimes you have to all washing at the night because you have to get the. Not true. We know what we're talking about, but you're not getting quality sleep. And for those of you who even get the sleep, some people now fall asleep or then fall asleep and I wake up. And especially when you're hitting the ages of 40, 45, 50, when the hormones change in women, the sleep quality often is reduced. Who is talking to women about these things? Explain to me. So when a woman says she's 38, 39, 40 now, and she burn out, and she tired, plus her hormones are changing her, and she not sleep. What is happening? I call it burnout, but you are on your way to various diseases. For some people, that disease might be diabetes. For other people, it might be lupus, heart disease, anxiety, depression. Also, I could list them. I see the pattern. But it is all related, the lack of sleep. Then through you are do bakra masa walk. Right? And then when you come home, it's another bakra masa walk. Right? You are not even getting to cook. You not eat properly. You notice. I'm so tired of the hypocrisy. The hypocrisy of. Listen to the hypocrisy. After you leave work, you're expected to go to the gym, go work out. Not true? Move Jamaica. Jamaica moves, right? Then now, when you look at it, you don't have no time to even prepare a proper meal for you and your family. So what you end up eat? KFC, fried chicken. The new one now is Bird Shack. What chicken spot? You notice a pair of fried chicken place them in the so-called vegetable oil when you have no vegetable make the aisle. And that is what is happening. So you are literally putting bad gas in you and your family body. Understand? So on top of the stress, there is no lack of poor sleep, poor diet, and then all of these processed foods, all of these, listen to me people, the processed foods that we are eating. All of these things, God knows what them putting at the ear. Every minute you see the sky mark up, mark up, mark up. I would like somebody to tell me what a mark up the sky. So I don't know, cloud that. So the stuff in the air, the stuff in the water, right? The toxins around us, plus the stress. Do you think that is optimum for anybody's health? Is that optimum for your children's growth and development? You remember when you little bit, you didn't remember so much picnic, sicky, allergy, asthma? I'm asking you. So when you put all of these things together now, put everything together. the overwork, the overthinking, the stress, all of that together. What you think is happening to your body, to the cells? So let me explain a little biology concept. You see, one of the little part of your cell them, and people who know little biology know what I chat about, it's called the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. That is the part of the cell where you make energy for your cells to function. And you see, when you do everything we just list before, you mash that up. So if your mitochondria cannot make no energy, you not make no energy. Your body weak out. You not use the oxygen where you breathe. You not use the glucose where you eat to make no energy. So your body feels weak. That is why you are feeling tired, miss and Mrs. and lady and woman. That is why your body tired. That is why. And when your body is not getting the adequate nutrients that it needs, the cells them now go function. You hear what I'm saying? The cells of the various organs, of the various systems now go function. And depending on your body makeup and your genetic vulnerability, it might act up one way in me and a different way in you. You follow? So let's say I have a little problem with my thyroid, a little weakness in my thyroid. That's where me go start to have some thyroid problem. Underactive thyroid, most commonly. Or if me prone to diabetes, me go have some diabetic problem. You follow? And you just think I just tired, you're tired. I'm not just tired, you're tired. Your cells them not functioning properly. You're having mitochondrial dysfunction. Yeah, me know nobody never tell you. So me, I tell you. So this is what I had observed. And whereas the men just get up and go because, listen, women, I don't know, maybe your mom never told you this, but let me just tell you something. No matter, you could have 70 and I listen to this, and I'm younger than you, and I'm going to tell you something. You and your husband and you and your man will be in the house, and your man are going to say to you, say, babes, me soon come back, me have something for go do. And him just live him life. No, not we as women. Not us as women. We are going to say, no, me can't go so because me have to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. Allow me to tell. I know the children need this, Remember me said I was going to bake the cake for the church. Me did say me going to make the gizzard and drops. We find 1,000,000 reasons and excuses. But men get up and go and do what they have to do. We think about every role we have to play. Every role we have to play. And not one time do we say to ourselves, what do I really want? It's always what does the man need, what the picnic need, what the teacher at school need, what pastor need, what this one need. We always give and give and give. And at the end of the day, we never yet set to ourselves in a real way, in a consistent way. What do I need? What does my body need? Because, let me tell you something. I mean, I talk from experience. When you put down your head and say you go sleep and you go rest, then quick to tell you, say you're lazy. Allow me to tell. Can I get an amen? Them quick for tell you say you're lazy. When a woman decides she go rest, them quick for tell you say you're lazy. Not true. And make it worse, and I just man I tell you that woman too. I go tell you say you're lazy for rest. And when you said, I remember I was going to do some radio stuff, and the person wanted to meet with me in the night and like on the phone, do phone calls. And I said, no, it's my sleep time. It's my rest time. It's my family time. People could not believe that I'm saying, this is my family time. This is my sleep time. It's like, how dare you have standards for yourself? How dare you have boundaries for yourself? But you see, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Because that's how we did loose with the standards. That's how we did loose with the boundary. We just allow everything and anything. And remember me tell you, the men are not that way. They know what they want and they do it on their terms. Me go make that one, me just I go drop that one there so I make it soak. So now we go into some solutions. So we have a picture of burnout. You're tired, you mash up, you're weak out, you're miserable, you're easy for snap, you're easy for argue. Your people around you then feel drained because you're just depressed. Maybe all your period irregular, you are too heavy, right? You're weak out, you're tired. Yeah, man, burnout. You see me share upon my Facebook now, a lady working, and she right on her social media, she exhausted, she need to take some time off. She take 3 days off and she dead. So you see, all I want who love stress and who love up crosses and no own, because I'm telling a long time, I don't believe in stress management. I believe in stress elimination. You see, if me feel like, say, you are like a vampire, an emotional vampire, when me come around you, my spirit just drained and tired, and me can't deal with you, you think me go, okay, let me just be nice and... No! Remove the people from your life. These are the things that burn you out. And you don't have to do it with no vexation or anger. You're doing it for your health. You are doing it for your peace. So let us get to solutions. I cannot stay on for that very long no more. So the first thing I want you to wrap your mind around when you're feeling too tired and exhausted, right? Is one, which phase of the burnout are you on? Because if burnout go on long enough, as I told you before, it can start to affect your body, your organs. Meaning, could it be that you're really having a medical problem now? Meaning, could your hormones be off? Has it thrown off your reproductive hormones? You know, your hormones are very, very sensitive. Very sensitive to the stress. Did you know that? So you may need a medical checkup. Are you anemic? Your blood count low? Your thyroid low? Your adrenals low? Your hormone, your reproductive, your estrogen, your progesterone, them low? Maybe you need a checkup. You understand? Do you have cancer? You're tired. You're having diabetes. You're having heart problem, kidney problem. Get a medical checkup. Because if this is going on long, it starts to take a toll physically. But let us assume it not reached this yet. Let us assume this is the early phase of it. The first thing I need to tell you is that you have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to now design a life that you want to live. Let me say that again. I want to just say, you have to design a life that you want to live. Design the life you want to live. Determine the type of life you want, the type of person you want to be, who you are. Understand? Not who people expect you to be. For example, let me give you a perfect example. Oh, Doc, you must be busy all the time. Which was true at the time. You must be busy, you must be tired all the time. People used to tell me that all the time. And it was true at the time. Not anymore. Not anymore. But it is almost expected that I am supposed to be busy all the time. Don't have time for myself. You know, when I go, I remember, especially when I was younger, and I go places and I always, for the most part, look well put together. And even now, as I'm older, people cannot believe it, you know, because they're so used to seeing doctors look mash up and tired. They're so used to seeing us in scrubs and we look tired and we here need for comb and need for cream, you know. They're so used to that look. Sorry for disappoint you, bro. Me have one life to live. Me tell you, my classmate just dead couple months ago, and he was just 1 year older than me. Rest in peace, Dr. Brown. 1 year older than me. You don't know when your number gonna call. Enjoy every moment of your life. Enjoy it and live with purpose. So I decided how I wanted my life to be. You know, me love dance from me a little picnic. Me just, and you know when me start dance back? In my 30s. I started to dance in my 30s because you have to design the life the way you want it to be. What do you like? What do you want? Hmm? You just gonna make people use you, use you, use you. And then when you're old and pop down, them say, oh, she was the nicest lady, you know. She helped everybody and she was so kind. And then at the end of the day, you're just miserable, tired, unhappy, discontented. You're not no joy. You just pop down. You're 60 and you look like you're 80 years old. And that is the worst thing with it, you know. It all you up. I will never forget when I used to overwork myself. And that give me gray hair. You hear me? And that give me gray hair when me overwork myself. I will never forget it. Overwork and then every minute me start to have allergy problem. Allergy problem. Every minute. And that is what happens. That's what I try to tell you from experience and from patience. I tell you, I observe it in women over and over. So you have to change your mindset. What do you want? Design it from this up. Understand? Let me put it in another way. In your life right now, what are the things in your life that match you and you match it and you love it and it love you? It line up with you. That's what we call alignment. You line up. What are the things in your life right now will line up with you? And what are the things that do not line up with you? You're misaligned. What are those things? Make a list. Get a pen and paper and make a list. And I did that and I made a list. And there were things that didn't line up with me. Me never like for example, how me practice medicine even in office is my style. Me not gonna make nobody tell me visit for the 5 minutes. I'm gonna do it. No, me not gonna do it if that is the case. So what are the things that line up with you and you love it, and the things that don't line up with you? Start there, so. What do you want? What do you really want? Not what your man tell you feel want, you know. Not what the boss tell you feel want. You know, you have them boss, yeah, who happy to tell you, say, you know, I'm going to pay. Let me give you an example out of the thing here. You know, I'm going to pay you $5,000 for the day. That's a good pay, you know, $5,000, you know. And they're telling you are to be pleased with that life. No, I'm not saying you are not to be. Maybe you are. But what if the job really worth 20 grand? What if it really worth 20,000 and they might tell you 5? So you have to know what you want. Make a list. And when you know what you want, design the life you want. Don't make life happen to you. You happen to life. When I first came on here, I was told this is not how a doctor's supposed to talk. I talk too much patois, I'm too whatever. I don't care. This is what I want to do. If you don't want to see it, you're free not to watch it. That's just a simple example. Okay? Let me go back to my list. I'll come off my list. Okay. As I alluded to before, you have to set boundaries. You're going to have to let go of some stuff. One of the things that I think we as people who grew up in Jamaica and the Caribbean, we get so used to disrespect. And that was one of the things that I set up as a boundary. I'm not tolerating no disrespect from nobody. nobody, and I don't want to give it to nobody, and I don't want to get it from nobody. So it is as even things as simple as that is how you design your life, how you want to live. I want to live with love, respect, and honor. I would like to be this type of a woman. And this is what my name is Janice, if you don't know, Dr. Jen. This is the person Janice is. This is what she loves to do. She loves to dance. For example, me, I love to help street children. That is something I'm passionate about, etc. I love to grow. You know, me love me picking them. Me love family. Me love things like that. How can I make these priorities more of my life? That is what you do. Start with the mind. Because when you are living that way, you're going to be happier. Who did happier than me when we start dance? It just made everything else feel so much lighter. Everything else feels so much more relaxed. Even when you're doing the things that might seem tedious to others, like going to rehearsals and the up and down, yes, you might be tired physically, but because your spirit, that's the word, Janice, the spirit is so happy, you feel joyful, you feel peace, and we all need peace of mind. We all need peace of mind. Now let us move on to the diet. Now, it is very important. I'm not going to tell you if you eat this way, eat that way. I'm not going to do that, because that conversation would have never done for now. But all I want to say is eat whole, unprocessed, nutritious foods. Plantain chips is not the same as eating plantain. Banana chips is not the same as eating banana. So you want to eat food as natural as you can get it, as organic as you can get it, because remember what I tell you already, you're literally feeding your cells. Literally. You're literally feeding the cells of your body, the mitochondria. Think about that. You have a car. You are going to put bad gas in your car? No. If you hear say the gas station down the road have bad gas and a mash up people, fuel injector and engine or whatever it mash up, you know got that gas station. But you don't respect your body enough to think about the food you put in it. Think about the healthy fruits and vegetables and meats and even the grown produce and foods from the land that are nutritious. Not the only part bag juice and box cereal and all of those processed stuff. The stuff with the chemical them and artificial flavoring and colors and preservatives, and that is nonsense. So that's how you feed your body. Then I want you to do some exercise. The exercise does not need to be strenuous when you just start. You don't have to overdo it. But just need you to respect yourself and love yourself enough and say, you know, I want to invest in my health. Let me tell you something. Let me pause it here so and say something. I want to say we're in 2025 is the first, and I've been a doctor for over 20 years. For over 20 years. It is the first time I've seen so many people sick. It is the first, let me say it again, it's the first time I've seen so many people sick and so many people dying. It's not like one time. It's not, times change. You have to take care of your health as a priority. Just like how you make the pitney them study for them exam for CXC and PEP. So you have to take care of your health with that diligence. So I need some exercise. Women, strength training. You have to lift some weights. I need a little exercise, a little every day. You know, if you can't manage to go gym and kill out yourself for 1 hour in an exercise class, you don't need to do that. You can exercise at home. I exercise at home for the last how long now? And it's been very effective. Just rate yourself, regard yourself enough to do so. Now, I want to talk a little about supplements. You know, I love supplements. Let me just be very point blank with you. And when I say supplements, I don't mean every supplement. I don't mean everybody need. But unfortunately, we don't have a lab system in Jamaica that can check to see exactly which nutrient you are deficient in. Do you follow what I mean? Meaning, it's not like in America where they can check, oh, you're low in vitamin A, you're low in C, you're low in this B vitamin, etc. We don't have that in Jamaica. I wish we did though, right? So if you know that your nutrition is not optimal, I recommend that you get on a very good multivitamin. I do recommend it, or a tonic. I recommend it, especially for those of you who are under a lot of stress. Chances are you are low in magnesium. Chances are you are low in B vitamins. So you're going to need a B complex. Chances are you are low in zinc. Now, if you know that you lock up in the office under AC almost every day, there is a high probability that you are low even in vitamin D. If you know you don't eat much fish and them something there, chances are you are low in omega 3s and you need a fish oil or omega-3 supplement. Now, this is not exhaustive, but I'm just giving you a little eye-opening to say, boy, people talk about burnout, but they don't give no real solutions. This is what you need. Enough are not going to hear it and dismiss it, but I feel your business, because some seed are going to fall upon good ground and some seed are going to fall upon bad ground. Understand? So yes, supplements are very useful, but it is all dependent on you. At the bare minimum, get a good multivitamin. Some women, for example, low in iron. You understand? So there are various needs depending on the patient. Now, I want to make a note here that a very common issue women have when they are burning out, listen carefully, is adrenal dysfunction. A hormone, a gland that causes adrenal issues, fatigue. I'm not going to touch on that today, but I'm going to put the word out there because I'm going to do a teaching on it one of these days. You ever hear about the stress hormone cortisol? A lot of women have that issue. Let me put out another one. You see, I'm giving you these gems. You can carry them, go to your doctor and start a discussion. Because women, I want Dr. Jen and tell your doctor, Dr. Jen says so. Dr. Jen is letting you know that it is not in your mind. These things may need to be checked. A lot of women have underactive thyroid because of chronic stress and fatigue. A lot of women having estrogen, progesterone, your sex hormones are off. We often call it hormonal imbalance. You know how you can tell? Your periods, them irregular or them heavy or them spotting or you're missing them for months. Please, ladies, please, women, go get it assessed and deal with it. Because to you just tired now. But when you're 50 and 60 and then the diagnosis them start to come, meaning doctors start tell you you have this, that. This was leading up to it. All of this was leading up to that. Are you following? A lot of you have digestive issues. You know your food not digest properly. You know you're having constipation problem. You know when you're number 2, in Jamaica we call it what? Doo-doo. In medicine we say defecate, right? You know that when you go, it's like the bowels not moving properly. Or you move your bowels and you still feel like some leave back inside and all kind of issues. Or you're belching and it smell bad or the food not digest. That alone is a big red flag. That is telling you that maybe the bacteria that normally live in your colon, your intestines, right? Something is off with your gut. These things, did you know there's a big link between your gut and your brain? That's why you're going to feel tired. Did you know that you can have viruses living in your body dormantly, sleeping, but they are there? Did you know? And these are the things that can be, if your immune system is low, because you're not take care of your body and you burn out, these are the things that mash you up, give you autoimmune diseases. Did you know? Did anybody ever pinch and tell you? Lady, woman, take your health seriously. It's not all about I have high blood pressure, make me pop a pill. It's not that. It is. It starts here. Why am I chronically stressed? Why am I tired all the time? Because I'm living a life that does not line up with how I truly should be living. You are living a yard where it's pure contention and misery. You're going to a workplace that when you step in there, your heart and palpitate. It don't line up with you. What you going to make them kill you? And when you drop down today at 8 a.m., by 10 a.m., them have a replacement. Yeah, man, this one kind of hot. Not true. Anywho, let me see if there's anything else I want to tell you now. Other things you can look into. Very important. Parasite cleanse. If you know you might have a whole heap of worm in your body, do a parasite, a worm cleanse, do a fungal cleanse, candida cleanse, all of them, some special, you see, and don't ask me that, what are the symptoms, me if you do it, if you know you're not eat properly, if you know, say your body not feeling right, take your little time, detox, you don't have to do everything all at once, just take your little time. Take your little time and sort out your body. You never get here overnight. It took you years to get so. Take your time and come out of the pit. Rise up. Rise up. Remember what Jesus tell a man, take up your mat and walk. Take it up. That's what I'm telling you. Right? You do not have to be sick like this. You don't have to be burnt out like this. But I think the biggest thing women need to hear from a woman doctor is that it's not in your mind what you're feeling. And don't make nobody clown you out. Don't make them gaslight you. Man or woman telling you say you not feel what you feel. But don't expect Dr. Jen to come join your pity party and, oh yeah, so it go, never mind. Oh, me not do it. Because that not help none of we. Anyway, I think I'm wrapping up now. Let me see if there's anything I want to add. I think I covered the main things, you know. So let me just summarize. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. What do you want? What do you really desire? What is aligned? What lines up with you? What don't line up with you? What are the things I want to do and I don't want to do? Sometimes you're in places or with people and your spirit will tell you, say you're not to be there. Don't ignore it. Am I in tune with God? That's your spiritual alignment. Get your mind right. Design your life the way you want it to be designed, the way you want it, and take a little time and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. You know, there's this style that is like women expect. It's normal for us to look down on ourselves. Oh, well, I don't know if I can do that, you know. I don't know if I can manage. I don't know if I you know. Enough. 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 Get sleep at night from about 10 o'clock at least. Get sleep. If you're tired, take a rest. Yes, it can be a midday nap. Whenever you want, you can take a nap. Who is telling you can't take a nap? And why them telling you can't take a nap? What? You married another slave driver? Slavery never get abolished. You need another slave driver in your life? You know what the worst part with the rest part is when women on them near them period or on them period and them can't. Oh, doc, no, I can't take no sick leave, because you see the boss. And I said, but you're sick. You're in pain. I had a patient the other day, she work in construction. Like on the site, work in construction. I mean like oversee construction. She actually work. And she was having some menstrual issues. And I said to her, but you need a few days. No, I can't stop. I can't stop working. I said, okay. So in my head, me just said, well, if a woman can't stop working and she in construction and she bleeding, what I got? One day she just got dropped down on the site. Not true? Rest. Sleep. Remember, when you are chronically stressed and burnt out, your body need double the sleep and double the rest to recover. Remember, the sleep is where the healing and the repair occurs. So if you not get the sleep, you're not going to heal. You can take every vitamin and do every exercise, but if you're not asleep, you're not going to heal. Eat properly. You don't have to be perfect in the beginning, but just eat properly. Take supplements as needed. If you believe there's something more, get a medical checkup from a good doctor. Or let me say, from a great doctor. Because here you have good doctor and you have great doctors. That's what they said at the funeral today. So go to a great doctor, not a good one. Go to a great one. Because sometimes you go to the doctor and say, oh, it's just all in your mind. You just look anxious. Take this Xanax. Take this antidepressant. You get me? No, you need more than that. Okay? So, women, I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope listen, I say, I pour into this, I give you a gift, I pour from my heart into you. And I say, I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you teach your daughters. I was going to say, your girl pitney them. I hope you teach your daughter them. What may I tell you? So them don't have to go through it too. There's no badge of honor. There's no trophy when you pop down. And what I want to do is my next live, I'm going to touch on the pre-menopause. I'm going to touch on pre or peri, whatever you want to call it, menopause. Because that is coming up a lot now. A lot now. So that will be my next live. So look out for it. Let me see if I can see any comments. Hi, Miss Harvey White. Evening. And hi, Miss Hyacinth Madden. You are most welcome. Yes, long time no see. Hi, Tracy, I know you do. Yes, I am back. I am back, and to God be the glory. I am here, and I plan to be here as God gives me strength. I hope you found this helpful. Don't just listen to it and get entertained and say, yes, she taught the truth, But want you to re-listen to it again. Take some notes, implement it, and let me know how it go. Understand? Share this video if you liked it, if you found it helpful, because it helped the algorithm to go out. And people need this information because I'm seeing too much sickness now. May I tell you too much? I can't share them because sometimes it's just sad. Me not tell no lie when you see women reach certain age and just a pop down. Them supposed to be looking forward to retirement. Them are going to retire with sickness. And let me tell you, our money are spending on CT scan, MRI, specialist, surgeon, Remember me tell you. So all I'm saying is, it look like I'm more of a preventative medicine doctor. Having gone through the trenches myself, to say to you, woman, thou art loosed. That's what come to my mind. So until next time, this has been Dr. Jen from drjenmed.com. Be blessed. Bye.